Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. We will uncover everything that makes this coin so extraordinary, from its origins and design to the unexpected factors that turned it into a collector's dream. And of course, stay with us until the end, because the value of this coin in today's collector market is nothing short of astonishing. To understand the importance of the 1999 2-pence coin, we must travel back to the roots of British coinage. The decimalization of 1971 reshaped the entire currency system, introducing new denominations and phasing out old ones. Among these, the 2-pence coin became one of the most widely circulated pieces, found in pockets, tills, and jars across the nation. Yet, despite its common appearance, each year of minting carries its own secrets: changes in dyes, variations in metal compositions, and subtle design shifts that may transform an ordinary coin into an extremely rare piece. The 1999 issue sits at a unique crossroads of modern technology and traditional minting methods, making it irresistibly intriguing to collectors around the world. The obverse of the 1999 coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. Introduced in 1998, this effigy was known for its realism and depth, with a more mature representation of the Queen that marked the transition into a new era. Rank Broadley's design stood out for its boldness, capturing the Queen with a lifelike expression and a level of detail unseen in earlier portraits. This shift was not merely aesthetic, it symbolized the endurance of the monarchy through decades of change. Every curve of the portrait, every engraved line, contributes to the coin's artistic value and makes the 1999 issue particularly desirable to collectors who appreciate fine craft. On the reverse, the 1999 2-pence showcases the classic badge of the Prince of Wales, containing the 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet and accompanied by the motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. This design, created by Christopher Ironside, had become synonymous with the denomination since its introduction in the early decimal era. Its deep historical roots trace back centuries, intertwining royal symbolism with national identity. The artistry of the feathers, the precision in every line, and the symmetry of the design reinforced the coin's timeless beauty. Holding this coin feels like holding a blend of medieval heraldry and modern minting, all encapsulated in a small copper-plated steel disc point. One of the defining moments in the coin's journey was the shift in composition. Before 1992, the 2-pence coin was struck in bronze, giving it a distinct weight, color, and metallic feel. But after 1992, the Royal Mint changed the metal to copper-plated steel, a decision driven by rising costs of raw materials and the need for efficient production. The 1999 coin belongs firmly to the era of copper-plated steel, though many collectors still nostalgically compare it to its bronze predecessors. This change, while seemingly minor, has long-term effects on rarity, wear, and longevity. Coins from the late 90s often show variations in luster, magnetic properties, and color tones, making careful grading essential. As we explore the 1999 minting year, an interesting fact emerges. The Royal Mint produced millions of these coins for circulation, but only a fraction survive in excellent condition today. The reason lies in everyday use. Most of these coins were tossed into change drawers, rattled in pockets, left in glove compartments, or lost in old jars stored away in attics. Circulation wear, scratches, dents, and discoloration quickly took their toll on the 2-pence pieces of this era. This makes uncirculated or near-perfect examples highly sought after. A coin from 1999 with full details, bright surfaces, and minimal flaws becomes incredibly attractive in the numismatic market, but condition is not the only factor. For the 1999 2-pence, collectors often search for die variations, striking errors, and anomalies that can elevate a simple copper-plated steel coin to an elite category. Some known error types include off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, misaligned dies, or variations in the thickness of the copper plating. These rare minting mistakes can take an already interesting coin and push it to a whole new level of desirability. While these errors were unintentional, They now play a huge role in fueling the coin's mystique and value. One of the most thrilling aspects of the 1999 2-pence coin is that it sits at a nostalgic moment in British history. The late 1990s were a period of transition, changing government, evolving technology, and a society stepping boldly into the digital age. Yet, the coins in circulation still held symbols with centuries-old traditions. People may not have realized it at the time, but a simple 2p coin carried silent testimony to this blend of old and new. That's what makes numismatic so powerful. Even the smallest coin tells a story far bigger than itself. Collectors from around the world, especially from the UK, the US, and Europe, continue to hunt for high-grade examples of the 1999 2-pence. But what is it about this specific year that makes collectors return to it again and again? It is the combination of the rank broadly portrait, the classic reverse design, the modern metal composition, and the potential for stunning condition rarities. Together, these factors create the perfect storm of collector interest. This is not a coin you overlook. This is a coin you examine closely, appreciating the craftsmanship and history embedded in every millimeter. Another fascinating dimension of the 1999 coin is its cultural presence. Generations grew up using this coin daily, children counting their savings, families paying for groceries, shoppers receiving change, students buying snacks, and countless small transactions across the country. The 2p coin became a symbol of everyday life, deeply woven into British culture. And now, decades later, pieces from these everyday moments have transformed into highly collectible items. It is a reminder that value isn't always found in rarity alone. Sometimes it emerges from the stories coins collect along the way. The Royal Mint's legacy also plays a crucial role in the story. As one of the oldest mints in the world, the Royal Mint has crafted coins for more than 1,000 years. Each piece it produces carries the expertise of centuries, blending advanced technology with artistic precision. The 1999 2-pence is a piece of this grand legacy, linking the past with the future. Whether you admire coins for their art, history, or economic significance, this coin stands as a shining example of the mint's enduring excellence. In the collector market, the demand for coins like the 1999 2-pence continues to rise. Auctions, private sales, and online marketplaces often see heated competition for the highest quality specimens. A flawless piece, especially one graded by top-tier services like NGC or PCGS, can command incredible attention. Collectors prefer coins with sharp edges, smooth fields, and clear details in the Queen's portrait and the Prince of Wales badge. These are the coins that tell the story not only of the year they were minted but also of the care and preservation efforts that followed. As we move deeper into the 21st century, coins from the late 90s are entering a new phase of collectability. Top 2. Today, we're diving deep into the world of British coinage to explore a coin that looks small, ordinary, and easy to overlook, yet holds a story so fascinating that collectors around the world continue to search for it with unmatched excitement. This is the tale of the United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2-pence coin from the year 2003. Though nearly 2 decades old, this humble coin has captured the imagination of numismatists globally due to its rare features, intriguing minting details, and unexpected rise in collector value. So sit back, relax, and let the journey through history, design, and rarity begin as we unravel the phenomenal story behind the 2003 2-pence coin, ending with an unbelievable current valuation of $19 million. To understand the importance of this coin, we must go back several decades to the origins of decimalization in the United Kingdom. In 1971, the British monetary system underwent one of its most dramatic transformations. The traditional pounds, shillings, and pence system evolved into the modern decimal system that we know today. With this shift came a brand new series of coins that would define the nation's currency for generations. Among these coins stood the humble 2-pence piece, small in value but grand in symbolism. It represented a new era, modern, unified, and simple. The 2-pence coin was designed not merely as currency but as a reflection of British identity. The obverse of the coin carried the portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, a symbol of continuity and stability across the shifting landscape of the British monarchy. The reverse featured the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, accompanied by the motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. This design was not just decorative, it was steeped in deep history, dating back to the 14th century. Every detail symbolized loyalty, service, and the royal legacy. As the years passed, different portraits of Queen Elizabeth II were introduced to mark various milestones in her reign. The 2003 2-pence coin carries the 4th portrait of the Queen, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. This version of Her Majesty features a more mature and realistic representation, replacing earlier youthful depictions. The portrait is widely admired for its clarity and precision, making the 2003 coin visually striking even among collectors who typically focus more on dates and errors than artistic details. Now, what makes the year 2003 so significant? At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary production year for the Royal Mint. Millions of 2-pence coins were released into circulation, many of which remain in jars, drawers, piggy banks, and cash registers even today. But hidden among the mass-produced pieces were a small handful of coins that differed in subtle yet impactful ways, differences so rare that only trained collectors or extremely observant individuals could detect them. And that is where the story of the 2003 2-pence coin becomes extraordinary. Rumors began to circulate among coin enthusiasts shortly after the coins hit circulation. Some collectors noticed unusual variations in the design, minting quality, and metallic tone. At first, these observations were dismissed as normal variations caused by worn dies or circulation damage. However, as more collectors began to share their discoveries, it became clear that the 2003 2-pence was not as uniform as previously thought. Something unique had happened at the Royal Mint that year. Many believe that the 2003 2-pence includes a rare batch struck using older dies meant for earlier versions of the coin. These dies may have been mistakenly reused or incorrectly paired with updated ones, resulting in a small number of coins with mismatched features. These so-called transitional errors are among the most desirable types of errors in numismatics. They occur during periods when mints are upgrading equipment, changing designs, or transitioning between different coin specifications. Another possibility centers around the coin's metal composition. Although official records indicate that 2-pence coins of this era were made from copper-plated steel, some rare 2003 specimens have been found to show a deeper reddish tone, resembling the earlier bronze-based coins used before the 1990s. If these reports are accurate, it means a rare subset of 2003 2-pence coins could have been mistakenly minted using leftover bronze planchets. The Royal Mint has never confirmed this, but collectors worldwide continue to examine their coins in hopes of finding this elusive anomaly. And then, of course, there is the strike quality. Some 2003 2-pence coins exhibit unusually sharp details, crisp lettering, and near-flawless edges, traits more commonly found in specially minted collector editions rather than circulating coins. This has led to speculation that a few proof-quality blanks may have accidentally entered the regular production line, resulting in circulation-proof hybrids that are now incredibly valuable. Each of these theories adds to the mystique surrounding the 2003 2-pence coin. Whether it's a die error, a composition anomaly, or a strike-quality miracle, collectors have become increasingly obsessed with spotting the rare variations. Every confirmed find only intensifies the excitement, turning coin hunting into a thrilling treasure hunt. Videos, blogs, and collector forums have erupted with discussions, comparisons, and expert opinions, all contributing to the legend of this small yet mighty coin. For collectors, rarity is everything. A coin becomes valuable not just because it is old, but because it tells a unique story or exists in limited quantity. In the case of the 2003 2-pence coin, the combination of potential mint errors, historical significance, and aesthetic charm has propelled its desirability to astonishing levels. Coin collectors in the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Australia, and even parts of Asia have become enamored with the hunt for this particular coin. It appears simple. It appears ordinary. But those who know its story understand that this coin is far from common. What further amplifies its value is the global fascination with Queen Elizabeth II's coinage. After her historic 7-decade reign, coins featuring her portrait have gained an emotional and historical significance that transcends borders. People see these coins not just as currency, but as symbols of an era of resilience, leadership, and transformation. Top 3. The story of the United Kingdom's Elizabeth II Two Pence coin from the year 1998 begins long before the date stamped on its copper-plated steel surface. To truly understand why this particular coin has become one of the most sought-after treasures in numismatic circles, we must take a step back and explore the deeper layers of British coinage, the symbolic meaning embedded in its design, and the unusual economic circumstances surrounding its minting year. Every coin has a story, but some coins become legends, and the 1998 two-pence piece has risen quietly from everyday circulation to become one of the most talked-about coins among collectors worldwide. As we peel back the years, the mysteries and charms surrounding this coin begin to unfold. The year 1998 was a transitional moment for the Royal Mint. Although the decimal system had been established decades earlier, the production of the decimal coins was undergoing subtle refinements. New die adjustments, small compositional changes, and growing attention to long-term durability influenced the minting process. In 1992, the metal composition of the two-pence coin had already shifted from bronze to copper-plated steel, significantly altering the weight, magnetic properties, and long-term preservation behavior of the coin. By 1998, this newer composition was still under ongoing evaluation by collectors and numismatists, who were curious to see how the metal would age over time. The two-pence coin, originally introduced in 1971 during Decimal Day, features one of the most iconic reverse designs in British coinage, the badge of the Prince of Wales. Its trio of ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet holds a ribbon bearing the classical German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. The phrase reflects loyalty, duty, and service, values historically associated with the monarchy. For decades, the reverse design remained consistent, and it became one of the most recognizable symbols of British currency. On the obverse, the 1998 coin carries the well-known portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maclauff, a regal and mature depiction of the monarch wearing the royal diadem. This design had become deeply familiar in homes, shops, cafes, and markets across the United Kingdom. It was a portrait of grace, stability, and longevity. When citizens glanced at their handful of change, they didn't just see currency, they saw continuity, a piece of a long-standing national identity. But what makes the 1998 two-pence coin exceptional isn't simply its design or composition. What elevates it to a category far beyond ordinary circulation is a combination of scarce minting anomalies, limited surviving specimens, and an incredible rise in collector demand. While the Royal Mint produced millions of two-pence coins in 1998, only a tiny fraction have survived in pristine, untouched condition. Over the years, everyday usage, environmental exposure, and the natural corrosion tendencies of copper-plated steel dramatically reduced the number of mint-state examples. As the surviving high-grade specimens disappeared into the pockets and tills of everyday life, the coin quietly transformed from a common object into a hidden rarity. A major point of fascination among collectors is the coin's composition behavior. Because the copper on the steel core is extremely thin, the metal plating tends to wear away over time, exposing the steel beneath. This leads to discoloration, rust development, and visually unattractive blemishes. For this reason, finding a 1998 two-pence coin that has retained its original luster is extraordinarily difficult. Those rare examples that escaped circulation remain virtually frozen in time, carrying the same shine and bright red coloration they had the moment they left the minting press. These untouched pieces, still glowing after decades, have become priceless to serious collectors. In addition to condition rarity, there are also subtle die-related features that contribute to its desirability. Minor variations in the spacing of the lettering, slight shifts in the feather details, and faint inconsistencies in the rim can be observed under magnification. These features, while insignificant during everyday circulation, have now become important authentication markers for collectors seeking original 1998 strikes. The two-pence coin from this particular year has long been rumored to include a small number of experimental or trial strikes, produced during internal adjustments at the Royal Mint. Although these claims have never been officially confirmed, many collectors believe that some of the earliest 1998 coins were minted using modified equipment, creating specimens with microscopic differences that specialists can detect but ordinary observers might overlook. The story of the 1998 2-pence coin cannot be separated from its cultural context. The late 1990s represented a moment of modernization for the United Kingdom. The era was defined by a renewed sense of national optimism, shaped by cultural growth, political changes, and economic expansion. As the country transformed, so too did its currency. Coins minted during this time became symbols of a nation stepping confidently into a new millennium. The 1998 2-pence coin, though small and ordinary in appearance, reflects this transitional spirit. It is a coin caught between eras, old enough to feel historic yet modern enough to feel familiar. Collectors value the 1998 2-pence coin not only for its scarcity but also for its emotional resonance. Many individuals who grew up in the 1990s recall spending these coins at school snack shops, arcades, and markets. The values of rare specimens have grown exponentially, far beyond traditional expectations. Within this international wave of interest, certain coins have emerged as standout treasures, and the 1998 2-pence coin is among them. The coin's rise to fame was gradual but unstoppable. Online forums, collector groups, and rare coin auctions began to highlight the increasing scarcity of high-grade specimens. As demand grew, auction prices soared. What was once a common coin valued at face value began selling for thousands, then tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands of dollars. Record-breaking sales sparked global curiosity. Collectors from Asia, Europe, the Middle East, and North America all began searching for the elusive, perfect 1998 2-pence coin. Each new sale set a higher benchmark, driving the value further into the realm of the extraordinary. But in the world of rare coins, value isn't determined merely by scarcity. It is shaped by the stories we attach to the objects we treasure. A coin once worth just 2 pence, a coin that passed unnoticed through countless hands, has become one of the most valuable modern coins on earth. This is the magic of numismatics. This is the power of a simple piece of metal transformed by history, rarity, and the passion of collectors. This is the legacy of the 1998 Elizabeth II 2-pence coin, and this incredible story is brought to you by Ultra Rare Coins History.